Not the video starting before I said hello. Alright. I've said it. I'm doing it. I just have to mentally prepare myself. Give me a second. Okay. Here we are. We're going to check out the cooking compilations. And yeah, honestly, I've seen there's 2 parts. Well, it says part 1. I don't know how many parts there are, but there's probably a lot because there's been a lot of creations. So yeah, we're gonna check out what, maybe a jog down memory lane. This might be just the recent ones. I don't know. We're gonna check it out and see if we survive. Oh, not Crunklin. Warning, warning.
Alright, you guys. Okay, first of all, isn't this the cutest thing? I got it from Myers. It is time to eat something.
That's a lot of Diet Coke, Miss Ma'am. Since when does Diet Coke come in a gold can? Is that like a US thing? Oh, caffeine free. We ain't got that here. Either you drink the caffeine or you don't.
Okay.
I'm not even trying to be funny. This fridge is throwing me in a tizzy. Because I like for everything in my fridge to be like accessible, like spaced out and grabbable. The fact that stuff is like falling all over the place, it's shaking me.
Some broccoli. Now, I need you.
How many cutting boards she got? Hold on, let me go back there. Cause what?
Some broccoli. Now,
Hold up, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 cutting boards. Why do you need that many? That's a little excessive. Like, you don't. Anyway.
so hi. I haven't really vlogged today. I've been kind of busy.
I'm not even gonna say anything, but the way she cut that, that's all I'm gonna say.
And such. I'm currently not wearing a bra, so
Who needed to know that, Miss Ma'am? Nobody needed to know that. I'm not wearing a bra. Look. Who asked? Raise your hand if you asked.
So I cut it into small bits, and the seasoning I'm using is minced onion, onion powder, garlic salt, and ground black.
See, this is what is so unnecessary about sometimes when Amber seasons. Like, you don't need onion salt, onion powder, onion flakes for the same thing. Pick one. And you already have garlic salt. And it's like a done up what's the thing called? Seasoning pack. So it probably already has onion powder in it. And black pepper, actually.
Black pepper. All right, you guys, food.
I'm gonna hold her. It looks good. I'd eat this. Also, I just tuned into this, but wasn't the seasoning Parmesan, and the sausages are already Parmesan and or no, it's feta and spinach. So she's mixing feta and Parmesan together? Wait. No, that's not right. I just tuned into that. But yeah, that's interesting mixture.
tapatio, but then I'm gonna try
And she putting Tapatio on it. What? This is salt overload.
it with,
I'd
because
die if I eat this.
I love spicy food. Hold on. Why so good?
Didn't she say she had a hernia recently? It's probably from all this spicy food and all these seasonings she be putting on it. I don't know if that can actually give you a hernia, but it can't help, that's for sure. Your stomach's just convulsing all the time.
So I cut some fresh garlic because that tastes better than the jarred stuff for sure. Cut some onion. We have some water boiling with a little bit of Himalayan salt and oil, ground turkey, which I season with garlic salt and pepper. It's really all it needs because I'm about to season it pretty good with some sauces. So I'm using some whole grain thin spaghetti. I like to make my spaghetti pieces small, so I just break them into thirds, just easier to eat. So the meat's about halfway cooked, so I add the garlic and the onion and I stir it and it's doing its thing. And at this point, oh my gosh, it is smelling so freaking good. So I'm kind of just like breaking it up so there's not like huge pieces of meat. So I've been loving broccoli lately. So in almost everything that I make, I'm adding broccoli. It's just easy to hide some green. Plus, I don't need to hide it. I love broccoli thoroughly, even when it's by itself.
Is broccoli a grain? I don't think it is. Hold on. Okay, I've been scrolling for a minute. I ain't seen not a damn thing about it being a grain. I think she meant fiber. Or maybe she got confused with fiber and grain, or I don't know. But yeah. No. That threw me for a loop.
The meal, and then I just stirred it up.
Ain't she making pasta? She's putting all this broccoli in it? Or was it like an... I pray it's an Alfredo, because if not, this is gonna be...
The sauce I'm using is Rayo's vodka sauce. I am going to add a spoonful of basil pesto as well.
Hold on, she's adding too much shit. So you already got pasta vodka sauce. Then you're putting pesto in it. And then you're putting a sriracha sauce? Girl, you don't need... Oh my god.
And for some spice, I'm adding sriracha, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon or two of cream cheese as well. I thought I was
she adding
recording
cream
when I poured
cheese.
the Rayo's in the pan, and I wasn't. Whoopsies. So I added that, the pesto, and
This is too much already. Especially this looks like it's more recent. Dude, all them sauces. My stomach's hurting just looking at it.
cream effect, if you will. This came out so good, you guys. Like, Feline loved it. I loved it. This was easily a 10 out of 10. I know you guys used to make fun of my cooking, but I'm not train wreck like that no more. So I added some...
Don't speak too soon, honey. Honestly, in the back of my head, I was like, maybe I should do like a video where I remake these dishes. No. I will tell you right now, if I even had a whiff of this dish, I wouldn't be able to eat anything but juice or drink juices for the next 2 weeks. Like, that is so much like sauce and acidity and getting like starting looking at it. And it's not even that, it's like my own stomach issues, but also it just don't sound right. Yeah, I'm kind of speechless. And she adding raw parsley after.
parsley on top, and that is the completed product. Like, I don't cook weird like I used to. I used to make some weird soups.
Why is she saying she don't cook weird anymore? Like, girl, this ain't weird to you? Because this is a little peculiar to me.
I'm in my 30s now. Like, that was like 6-7 years ago. Now I'm making bomb whole grain pasta. So definitely make this and then message me on Instagram and let me know what you thought.
I love. Sorry, I didn't pause. I love how she's like, yo, that was 6, 7 years ago. Like, I was in my 20s. I was naive. I was sitting out here just cooking all willy-nilly, but I'm 30 now. Like, when you're 30, you know how to cook. Like, that kind of vibe. And it's like, girl, I am literally in my 20s, and I would never. I sat there. What did I literally makes things from scratch though. But that it has nothing to do with being in your 20s. It's just ignorance, literally. Ooh, this is a throwback. I can tell by the blue counter.
Ew, I hate touching raw chicken.
Oh my gosh, the forbidden protein jar that they used to have. Hold up, blueberry pomegranate Cliff Bar. That sounds lit. And she just let all this go to waste. That's a damn shame. She could have at least donated all this to like... Well, I know half of them were bad, but like... if she lived close to like a farm, they could have used that for like their livestock. Or slop or something. I don't know, it's just a shame that all that went to waste over and over and over again. Still can't believe that.
You put it like in the corner, kind of.
What you making?
Crock pot stuff.
Ew, that sound. Like,
I can't sit there and eat like steaks and pork.
what? No, not her. Not I catch that in a compilation. She says she can't be sitting there eating pork. What was the last video? And a pot roast is hella good. And especially if you just like, you can like meal prep with it. Ooh, and can make like just like a little sandwich and that can be your dinner. Don't shit on no pot roast because that is actually like out of beef. Probably the most decent beef you can get. And it's like all cut and trimmed from the fat. But yeah, I can't believe I caught that.
Do the chicken, the potatoes, and then carrots. And then you're gonna add any type of broth.
This might just be me being I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not like a germaphobe or anything. I'm just super cautious, I guess. But I don't believe you should be putting raw chicken and raw vegetables in a pot all together. Like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to like cook the chicken at least like 80% to cooked, then add all that. It just don't sit right with me seeing raw chicken next to raw vegetables in a pot and not think, hey, I'm gonna get salmonella.
It is seasoning time. I bought me some garlic salt last night.
Here we go.
Who doesn't like garlic salt?
Everybody.
There would be onion in this, but Becky doesn't like onion. She likes minced onion, so I got some of that.
You could have put onion in it. I'd have picked it out.
That's too much. Minced onion is...
I love how she's like, Becky doesn't like onions, but she likes minced onions. AKA, she doesn't like how put big fucking chunks of onion in it. Honestly, I don't know how anybody can eat onions that fucking big. If it ain't minced, what's the point? Just put onion powder in it. It's the same taste.
Okay. I'm actually going to add some of this original blend salt.
Now, what was the point of adding all the rest of that? You could have just added that mustache at the beginning. Wasting everybody's time, including your own.
See what it looks like. What do you think?
That looks juicy.
It looks good, don't it?
Yeah.
See, that's what's really good about using this to cook chicken, because it doesn't get dry. So I like my meat to be...
Oh yeah, that's a really good temperature.
Yeah. So this is done.
Awesome.
So you want to wait till next commercial and then dish it out.
Commercial.
Commercial.
So I'm going to put it on...
Like this is a TV
like
show.
warm. We're currently watching Drag Race, so...
Season 10.
I'm gonna put it on warm, and we'll plate it up, and you guys will see us plate it up when we plate it.
So I'm confused as to, is this supposed to be a soup or stew? Like what is this? She says she don't even know. Never mind. Because I remember Ricky asked in the beginning, she's like, I don't know.
We're gonna dish out some. Do you want to dish out yours first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Go in here. You want to do bowls?
Sure.
Anyway, that looks so good. Almost some broth.
Oh, come on.
So I'm gonna make some Brussels sprout.
All right, boob shot.
Like
Jeez.
concoction with.
I'm not gonna lie, back in this era, the Becky era, their fridge, I was always so jealous of. Like like I always love a good fridge with like the cabinet like doors, but then they also had the pull out freezer. That's a good fridge. I sound like such an old person when I say that, but that's a good fridge.
I get a lot of questions of why do you and Becky eat different foods? You know, I don't like. Whoa! Sorry, I'm trying to. I love.
We all know exactly why her and Becky eat separate foods. Not gonna lie. I've never, like, every time I've cooked something, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a tell when you cook something and you're just like, hey, you want in on this? And people are like, nah, pass on that. That's kind of like, that had me thinking like, oh shit, like, I gotta step my game up. But she's just like, oh, you know, just different flavors, different strokes for different folks.
What you think? So right now I just have onion. I'm gonna go start these puppies up.
Okay, Toes, what are you trying to get on WikiFeed? I wonder if Amber has a WikiFeed account. I'm on it. I'm slow. Sorry. She's not. Wow. You're not famous enough, girly. That's sad. No. Wow.
Cutting these kind of smaller.
Oh, this is a different jar. So long-winded. I hate these the videos where they weren't cut up and edited and it's like
Just halving them without any of the meat. Not bad.
you don't like it. I can always tell from watching Amber from a long time whether she likes the food or not, because she'll sit there and like, I don't know, just like go on. Like she'll sit there and eat it and be like, oh man, oh yeah, good. It's like, okay, girls, calm down. But then when she doesn't like food, she's like, it's okay, it's all right. I'm like, girl, you don't like it. I know you don't. Just spit it out. Order some McDonald's or something.
I'm gonna try a piece of meat.
See?
So I just got off of work
Mm-hmm.
and I'm about to make like a pasta soup. I'm vlogging, baby. I'm vlogging. She's like,
That's so cringe. But I can see this is like, this might be Destiny era. Ooh, then this is a real
I
throwback.
can't hear you. Okay. So I'm making like an experiment. I don't even know.
An experiment. Okay. We in the lab.
Okay. So we got ourselves some bow ties.
All right.
Put some of this roasted garlic flavor sauce, garlic, pepper
Roasted garlic sauce. First seasoning garlic.
for Italian seasoning, seasoned salt, a little bit of salt, this organic vegetable broth,
2 types of salt. Broth.
which I am currently having boil, a little bit of minced garlic. I'm going to put a can of black beans, just some of this pizza blend cheese. Honestly, don't let the pizza word mess you up. It's really just a blend with shredded low moisture, part skim mozzarella, and mild cheddar cheese. So I'm going to put some green stuffed Spanish olives, some tapatio for spice, and some salsa for spice. So
This is an experiment because what is this even supposed to make?
some peas, and I'm gonna put some corn.
Peas and corn.
Corn-a-roni! Hold that with my double chin, because, you know,
Sweet corn at that.
chin for life.
So sweet corn and peas. And then you're putting tapatio, also salsa, also stuffed olives. This is too much. Like all these, it's not gonna.
Okay, so I've added all the ingredients. I decided not to use peas because it didn't seem like peas would be good with it. And plus, Destiny wants to
That was the thing you decided wouldn't be good with it? The peas. Just the peas?
try it. Alright, so it's finished. I was going to
Good
add the cheese
God.
while it was cooking in the pot, but I feel like I'll use less cheese if I just add it myself in my individual bowl. Look how cute this bowl is. So, well, this is more like a mug.
It's a
Type
mug.
bowl, which are my favorites. So, like, if you have hot soup like this, you're not, like, burning your hand off because that's, like, so hot. So, yeah. I'm super excited to try it. So
Look how watery. I think what got me is chicken broth, tomato paste, or was it tomato sauce? And then salsa. But it's all runny because you put a whole pot of broth in. And then what purpose is the bow tie serving in this? Honestly, I'd be less mad if the bow ties were not in it. Because then it would just be like, oh, like vegetable soup or something.
hey, guys.
I've also noticed that, side note, that she's very, like, not with sayings. Like, she uses sayings the same way, like, some middle-aged mom would try to. Like, very not hip. Like, what are you saying same to? Nothing happened. Same to what? The cheese stretching? You feel stretched out? Like, nothing happened. I don't... I can't. Now, what is this?
So, one of my most requested videos is make food, Amberlynn. Make food. So, that is what we're going to do. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with soups. It's cold out. I like to get
I just see the ketchup and sriracha, and there's always something. Like, there's always one thing. Or hell, two. And I'm just like, you didn't need this. But yet, here it is.
experiment.
I also don't understand why she keeps making soups. She always, like, she already has a meat, but, like, she'll get broth too. And it's like you realize if you boil the meat in water, you don't need the broth. Like, that is the broth. As long as you season it correctly, like, it is broth. Unless you're trying to make, like, you know, even still, you don't even need broth. You just need, like, a, I'm probably not gonna say it right, but like a bouillon? Bouillon? Those season cubes don't come for me. I just don't know how to say it. But yeah, it's just like so extra, like not necessary.
Okay, so I have the stove on high. We're gonna add the broth. Okay, so this is how much the broth did. A pretty decent amount, but not enough, so I'm gonna add water. Okay, now the water's in there. And I'm gonna start adding the seasonings. So we're gonna add some garlic powder.
Where's the meat?
Baby, can you hand me the peanut butter?
Yes. Where it be at?
Somewhere in there.
Here it is. I didn't know we had. Oh yeah, this is for the
Chicken up hard.
Okay. Garlic powder. I don't measure anything. Parsley. It really is just up to the person. Pepper. You guys know me. I usually add the seasoning after I add the potatoes, but I don't know. As this is boiling, I want the juices to flow. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a lot of pepper. Basil. And Italian, which I add, I wouldn't say a lot, but a decent amount because this adds a lot of flavor. We're gonna do some seasonal salt. We're gonna add a little bit of ketchup. It's funny, you guys think I love ketchup, but I don't.
I do.
Destiny does. Like, I only add it in my soups, and I add the tiniest bit. It just adds flavor. Like, if I was to get a cheeseburger, I would ask for no ketchup. I add some of the aminos. Now I'm going to do the sriracha, which I do add a lot of. I like spice. And then if I need more later, I just add more. I'm going to add some minced garlic now. About that much.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I'm gonna let that boil just a little bit. That is how it is looking so far. It just has to boil just a tiny bit, and then I'll start adding stuff. I got all the vegetables ready that I will be adding. This over here, this over here.
I just realized she doesn't have meat. I thought she did.
This stuff, obviously, I'm gonna add first because this is what is gonna take the longest to cook. Lentil time. We're gonna add the lentils next. I'm just gonna actually add the rest of these. If there are vegetarians out there, this is not vegetarian. If there's vegans out there, this is not vegan. It's very close.
How's it not vegetarian? It's all veggies. Oh, the broth maybe? You don't need to have chicken broth. Like, there's vegetable broth. Minor substitute. Or dare I say, just don't use the broth.
I'm just experimenting for now.
You sure
So,
are.
I don't want to ruin the soup. Going to add these. I don't want to add the whole thing, so I added a little bit more than half. Update, I did add the rest of the artichoke hearts. I just realized so much soup and there just wasn't enough artichoke. Everything has been added, even the green beans. It's colorful. Smells delicious. Destiny even said it smelled good. But she's about to head off to work, so I wish she was here to enjoy this with me. Obviously, when it starts boiling really hard, you need to turn it down. So I put it a little bit above medium, and it's just going to need to simmer for quite a bit of time. I'd say almost 40 minutes. Just let all the flavors fall in love with each other. That's when it tastes the best, really. Actually, as
You know what I realized? Like, it's been hours and this soup is still cooking. Like, and I'm just confused because it's all vegetables. Like, vegetables don't take that long to cook. Especially if you're boiling it. It should only take, like, at the most. Even potatoes, like, take, like, what? Half an hour? Maybe, depending on the size and how much you dice them. But these are all diced. So, and half of them are, like, already cooked / frozen. So, I'm just confused as to why this took 3 hours to cook. I don't know, maybe that's just me being, like, weird, but, like, it would just make more sense if it took longer to cook and it had meat in it versus just vegetables. Like, it shouldn't have took that long.
left. Okay, so it has been cooking for quite some time now, and it is finished. So
Oh.
I'm gonna dish myself some. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. If you guys hear a noise in the background, I'm watching Nicavado Avocado. I can't say his name, but I'm watching him on YouTube right now.
Not the Nikocado Avocado shout out. Now they hate each other.
There we go. All done. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I did try a bite, and it's really good. Amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This looks so good. Oh.
Yeah, okay, that looks like it's the... It's the end there. Sorry, it's just so long, so much rambling. Yeah. Honestly, I'm speechless. Well, to the end, I got speechless and low-key tired because... just so long. Like, I hate that she didn't cut that shit up and she just sit and, like, be quietly dicing or something and nothing's going on. You just gotta sit there and wait. But yeah, I will say, no, I can't. These were all abominations, except for the sausage and broccoli dish, which it's just 2 things. Like, how can you really mess that up? Everything else, you know, it's not it for me. Yeah, so that was Salty Crabs compilation. I see there's another one, part 2. I don't know how many parts there are, but knowing her, there's probably like 6. So yeah. That's my reaction to part of these abomination creations in the laboratory.